So what is your, if we should wrap it all up, living in Norway and starting a whole new life here, what is your biggest advice to people who is maybe sitting in your situation or like your previously situation, not being like frustrated about not having any friends and not having the job they want? What is your biggest tip to them?
First, go training.
Yeah.
Like even
though people ignore you.
Yeah, I mean they're just training themselves. Like I think that exercising it's crucial because you get a lot of endorphins. I think that looking for spaces where international people are, it's something that will just change your life.
Where did you go? Was that the gym?
No, I don't know. I got to know in my Norwegian class. I met a Brazilian girl, who had met an Italian girl in her other Norwegian class.
Yeah, so Norwegian classes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I got to know them. I got to know the Brazilian, then the Italian, and then the Italian introduced me the Austrian, and then that goes its way, right? So you start to getting connected to other international people because we are sharing the same feelings and we're sharing we have something in common. And I think that looking for those spaces are fundamental. Well, related to the job, I would say that there are a lot of mentee programs. Not so many in Kristiansand so far. But in Oslo, I had some. I looked for all those mentee programs, and I got to be in those in Oslo. I have to recall the name of that, but I can send you the link.
Yeah.
Because then you get some advice and you get to know people. But of course, it would be better if they could have a local like chapter, right? Like in Agder and in Bergen or in Trondheim.
Yeah.
Because most of those programs are in Oslo.
Okay.
But I think that is a way to go, to just because you get to have some feedback from organizations that are trying to connect other professional people. And I think that don't give up.
Yeah.
I mean, I waited 7 years for this, and it feels like now looking backwards, like it's nothing, but it felt long, and it will until you reach to a point where it's just like, oh, I got what I wanted, or I discovered that my identity, which was mainly based on my role, my position, is no longer who I identified myself with.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can also think about yourself and reflect upon, is it I am frustrated for not having the job I wanted as I had it in Colombia, but all these years just like, is it that what really makes me who I am? So I was able to develop other sides of myself, and perhaps the focus on the professional, just I got to be less anxious about it, and then I got it, right? So it also is trying to balance of how do I identify who am I now? It's not only my career. Right. I know I am so many other things.
Right. That's I'd say some of the more positive things that I also feel like here, at least in the south part of Norway, that your professional career is not your whole like you. Like in a lot of other countries where Maria, our friend, she says the same thing. It's like who you are, and if you don't have a really high career, you're like just nothing. And there's not that much focus of that here, so I believe that's a really positive thing as well. But let's keep that in another video, should we? Thank you so much for the interview, and I hope that you guys out there could use it and have a really good